Yes, as you know, I'm Chrissi, some of you will know, and I am a moderator on Transgender Teen Survival Guide. Some of you know me, some of you know Fox, some of you know Evie, and this is going to be like a hyper video for all of you to watch and take in the knowledge of the combined of three of us.
So question number 4. Would it be bad to never come out, just go into hiding from everyone, minus the immediate family, and then walk out one day when you could pass and pretend like nothing ever happened and start somewhere new? Basically, pretend like you were always cis. Do a lot of people do this? Is this wrong?
This is something we wanted to have a bit of a little discussion about, because it is a fantasy of a lot of ours. Like when we're growing up and we know we have these feelings and we're bundling up inside, sometimes the escape is so tempting. And I think a lot of us feel this way. I think some people probably do this as well. But yeah, how do you guys feel?
It's a tricky one because it is definitely a fantasy that people have, and I think the reason is because you don't want the people who knew you before to remember, to kind of give away who you are now or bring anything up about the past. But for me, I found a great way to integrate my past, into now, and I didn't actually have to wait until my parents died before I transitioned, for example, which is what I was thinking of doing. And it's nuts, isn't it? Do it for yourself, transition because you have to do it, and because it's your life and you deserve to do it. You deserve to be happy.
We're growing up in a brilliant time now where it's becoming more and more visible, and you don't have to hide because the majority of people are becoming accepting. I mean, I don't think they were all accepting, because if they were all accepting, then we wouldn't have a fight to fight. But I think nowadays it's a lot less scary than it was when I was a kid and when I was having these feelings. I sort of thought, all the trans people I'd seen were American. I'd never seen one in the UK before. And I also knew that America was a lot bigger and it would be easier to hide for a while. But I didn't really think about the logistics of, 10-year-old trying to get on the plane.
10.
I was just I'm moving. Bye.
It's
Here's my passport. It's my mum's, but it's got my name in the back. Yeah. So it was just because America's where a lot of the big media is, and it's just a place that I knew from television and the weird media version of what a trans person used to be.
It's just fantasy escapism, really.
Exactly. It's just the idea of the escape. With this particular question here, I've had this feeling I needed to get out. I was actually looking at America. I just wanted to get out of my country.
Same.
And my family and friends and stuff, because to me, pre-transition, I saw being trans. Honestly, I saw being trans as as a lot worse than I'll leave it at that. As a lot worse than I do now. I love being trans.
Internalized transphobia is a big problem.
Internalized transphobia. Yeah. So that's kind of a motivator for getting away, because you think that being trans is actually just a terrible thing. And it isn't. So if you stay, your friends and family are very, very likely to be accepting, especially these days. And also, if you just are who you are, if you look for support groups and stuff like that, the community is wonderful, and you'll meet so many awesome people.
Well, just last week we had Trans Pride in Brighton, and that was really special.
Yeah.
Because always before,
it was fantastic.
There's a day called Trans Day of Remembrance that we used to meet on every year, and that was super depressing. Even though it's a very necessary day to acknowledge people who haven't made it.
Transgender Teen Survival Guide followers will note that I talk about Trans Day of Remembrance every year.
Yeah.
So it's
very necessary, but it's also necessary to celebrate who you are, and events like Trans Pride are helpful for people to get together and share information, and we've got a few videos about it, so we'll leave them in the box below too.
And it's great because your catchphrase is putting the T first, which is good, because we do get lost in the LGBTQ plus
We do. We're a bit of a sideline, we're a bit of
Yeah.
a box checker, you know, that people
Yeah.
think that they've ticked the boxes with trans issues when they've only, you know, just done a bit of lip service and
Yeah.
not really covered full issues
Yeah.
and supported us.
Well, whenever I talk about it in LGBT forums, it always ends up me being like the token trans person there, and to have a day where it's all about the trans, you just get emotional because of how like amazing trans people are. Like there wasn't like a bad person there. Everyone was just awesome, and their stories were brilliant. And honestly, I'm getting a bit.
But we don't want to make you feel like you're left out if
Yeah.
you didn't get to go to Trans Pride as well. But it's just, for me, it's great that events like this exist and that they're growing in size. And, you know, it's a really great time, I think, to be trans, you know, better than ever before. Apart from, like, maybe hundreds and hundreds of years ago before the West got involved, when
Yeah.
actually trans people were honoured in their
Celebrated.
societies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Worshipped. They should worship us as well. Look how
Worship us.
awesome we are.
We're pretty
Society
awesome.
we should rule. Society. We should be worshipped as gods. Like,
Just equality would be nice. Just a little bit of equality.
Wait,
That's
wait,
all I
wait.
want.
no, I want to be on a pedestal.
Equally
Equally.
On an equal pedestal.
with everyone else. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, we hope that's been informative
Yeah.
for all you lovely people.
Yeah, and I've been Chrissy. You've been Fox.
I've been Fox.
And I've been Evie.
And we love you all. In fact, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, add any of us on Instagram. Not Instagram. Oh, you can add me on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. Follow the Transgender Teen Survival Guide blog that I've been talking about. There's going to be loads and loads of links in the description below. Feel free to add any of them. But yeah, rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you.
Yeah.
We've
It's
all-
been loads of fun.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Question number 4.
Oh, actually, before I point out, it's the same. I always knock on about not sleep tucking. It's something I'd like to point out as well, because it's also mainly it's for hygiene reasons. You sweat when you sleep, and something tight close to your body like that does build up sweat, and it can lead to infection. And infections aren't nice for anybody, guys. Really not nice. Like unpleasant. You have to go to the doctor. You have to show them your bits, which is embarrassing. So generally, when you're asleep, just like when you're asleep, I don't mean when you're asleep, when you are about to go to sleep, just baggy t-shirts, loose underwear, like, so you can't see what is like causing the dysphoria, and that's the way I sort of deal with it. Have a bath first, like make yourself feel good, and that'll help.
Good advice.
Yeah.